6:28 p.m. and I'm going to call to order the Common Council of the City of West Bend. More than 24 hours in advance of this meeting, notice of the time, place, date, and subject matter of the meeting was posted in accordance to Wisconsin state statutes. I'd like to ask our Deputy Clerk, Lisa, to confirm this meeting was properly posted.
I confirm.
Thank you. I invite you to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We recognize the quorum of all of our aldermen here present tonight. I'm going to start with we have a proclamation on our agenda tonight, and I'd like to start with that tonight. I'll take a motion to read the proclamation.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Model and Alderman Allen. This is a proclamation for Community Media Day. Whereas community media is a vital component of our city's democracy, fostering a free and open exchange of ideas, diverse perspectives, and local information that is essential for a well-informed and engaged citizenry. And we're, say it for me.
Citizenry.
That word. And whereas Community Media Day is a nationwide celebration of the importance of community media in our cities, recognizing the dedicated individuals and organizations who contribute to its success. And whereas Community Media Day provides an opportunity for our citizens to acknowledge the significant role that community media plays in fostering local dialogue, civic engagement, and social cohesion, and to encourage its growth and sustainability. And whereas the City of West Bend recognizes the need to support and promote the efforts of the Communications Department, West Bend Community Television Division, in its mission to serve the public by providing a platform for local voices, community events, and educational programming. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of West Bend hereby proclaims October 23rd, 2023 as Community Media Day. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We do have an extremely talented staff in our community media department, television. Everybody wave to Andrew in the back there. Thank you for all of your hard work, and congratulations on Community Media Day. We have a very special evening tonight with a new member of our firefighter paramedic team being sworn in, Cody Wojtasiak. I'm going to invite you to come on up here to the front. We'll have the chiefs come up and our clerk come down for our swearing in presentation.
There we go. That's better. All right, if you could raise your right hand for me. I state your name.
I, Cody Wojtasiak,
Having been appointed as firefighter and paramedic
having been appointed firefighter paramedic
in the City of West Bend, Washington County,
in the City of West Bend, Washington County,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of said office
the duties of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Cody is also going to be pinned tonight. Do you want to introduce who's pinning you?
My brother Brandon and my brother Cheryl.
Come on up. So Brandon grew up in West Bend, still lives in West Bend. He graduated from West Bend East. He served in our Army. He's a veteran of 3 deployments, Kuwait, Iraq, and Qatar. His unit provided medical support. He's a paramedic in training, or he did his paramedic training at WCTC in 2019. He did his ride-alongs with us back there in 2019. Since then, he's been working with Hartford Fire Department. This last summer, he went to Firefighter 1 school at WCTC. His first day with us, he started September 25th, and we'd like to welcome him to West Bend and thank him for his service in the Army.
Come stand right here by me, and the chiefs come up here, Mom, brother. There we go. Thank you. Welcome, Cody. We are lucky to have you. We're now going to recess our Common Council meeting, and I'm going to call to order our licensing board. Tonight we have 2 items on our agenda. The first item is a request to deny an operator's license, and I'm going to have our chief talk about this one.
Yep, good evening. You know, we take our licensing board vetting very seriously for operator's license. Our main focus is whether or not we believe the applicants would be able to detect and enforce over-serving and ensure the safety of the patrons and citizens in any licensed establishment. I'll remind you again, an operator's license is not attached to any business. The granting of the license would allow the applicant to provide alcohol at any licensed establishment within the city. Unfortunately, today I come before you asking you to deny this request for application. I do so cautiously because most of the information involved, I'm sure you saw in the attachments, it was marked confidential, is juvenile records. Under 93802, juvenile at age 17 can be utilized, their records can be utilized for consideration in ordinance enforcement. Unfortunately, I'm recommending that we deny Ms. Boardman. She had a fairly significant amount of contacts with our department. When she turned 17, that first year, had a rough year and had 6 contacts for enforcement under considerations for the licensing board, 5 of which dealt with underage alcohol, and 1 dealt with possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia. All involved a couple involved underage transporting in vehicles and some trespassing at our local Quick Trip. So it was a rough year for her. Makes us concerned that she'd be able to enforce our over-serving laws and the safety of the patrons. As you're well aware, in Wisconsin and the United States, we presume people innocent until proven guilty. There's some other factors that go into this that can't be addressed now because there's not a conviction, but I'll just tell you that if you decide to move forward, I will be back in front of you in a couple of months asking for a revocation.
Motion to deny.
Second.
Okay, this is the licensing board, so I do need I do need a motion from somebody on the licensing board.
Appreciate
Okay, Chief, you did say that since 20, she has some prior run-ins again.
For the licensing
Between
board,
now
thank
and
you.
20.
For the licensing board consideration, we work with convictions. So there are some concerns, however, it hasn't been adjudicated yet.
All right, then I'll make a motion to deny.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Alderman Butchlick and Alderman Zingsheim. We have a motion to deny on the table. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Our next one is an update to a license, information, and designated agent at 111 North Main Street, which is the Copper River. And I'm going to ask Ian to take us through that one.
Yep. So this is very similar to what you have in front of you often for Pick and Save when they're updating their agent. The LLC, like the business is staying the same, but there's new members of or new officers in the business. There's new registered agents. So this is updating that information, not changing anything about the license, just updating that background information. Because it's a new registered agent, we just need to approve it again.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve by Alderman Butchlick and Alderman Zingsheim. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. We do need to take this up in our consent agenda here in a minute, but I do want to just point out that Ruby and Ruben are here with us tonight, and hopefully starting a new venture in West Bend soon. Ruby, would you like to say a few words, Ruben?
Good evening, all. Thank you for having us here. My daughter Ruby, myself, Ruben Hernandez, and Ruby Hernandez. And we're taking over Copper River down Bar and Grill. Hoping to make something new venture for you guys, some Mexican dish, some steaks, and some shrimp in the community. And prior to the concept I've been building, I started in California when I was at 1995 in Johnny Rockets. Loved the restaurant industry and did construction to sustain my family, and here I am now in Wisconsin. We're trying to build a new concept. So it's going to be a nice, we're aiming to be there for the 2nd November, try to, greet everyone as the tree lighting happening. And then hopefully by December 1st, we should be launching the grand opening.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
You're moving into a great spot with the beautiful river walk behind you, and we are excited for you. Thank you for doing business in West Bend. We look forward to supporting you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No, thanks to you guys. Thank
Thanks
you
for
the
being here
opportunity.
tonight.
Thank you.
With no more business on the licensing board, I will adjourn by the call of the chair.
The Finance Committee is called to order, and we have one item on the agenda. It's a resolution for correction of 2022 taxes, VIOC Franchising LLC. And Ian, you're going to handle this?
Yep, this is just a palpable error that was discovered by the assessor's office. So the assessor, the error was pointed out. This is correcting the error in the tax roll. This is not reassessment, it's just correcting the error.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion, a second. The only thing, Ian, did you see the resolution?
Yes.
It's not in a normal form for a resolution.
There's a specific form for corrections that the assessor's office uses.
Okay.
So I'm sure that's the correction form, the PA 5661F that's being approved.
Okay, I appreciate
Yep.
that.
So that's the standard form for correction of errors.
Okay, thanks. Any other questions? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
All right, we will now reconvene the Common Council. We are on our consent agenda, items 2, 3, and 4, which were just taken up in committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Model and Berquist. Any comments, questions, discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our action items tonight, we'll start with item number 5, which is a resolution authorizing temporary ATV, UTV access on city streets. Chief.
So just, we support this issuing of the permit. We've had this event for several years in a row now without issues throughout the homeowners on Villa Park. And we work very well with the Kettle Moraine ATV Association. They're very responsive to any of our requests or needs. Assign a community service officer to help them cross the roads, and there's been no issues.
Thank you, Chief Deering.
Motion to approve.
Second. Thank you, Alderman Model and Alderman Sparts. Any comments, questions, discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll have Jay Shambo take our next two items. The first one is the 2024 budget update, and the next one is scheduling a public hearing for the budget. Jay.
Thanks, Mayor. The 2024 public notice or draft public notice is in your packet. I just maybe share a couple of numbers that have come in since the last time we met 2 weeks ago, and again attempt to answer any questions if you have them. We did field a couple of questions over the last couple of weeks from some of you, and some of our department heads did as well. So thanks for that. Thanks for reaching out. If you have some questions again between now and the 13th of November, don't hesitate to reach out. I will point out that the transportation aids came in at a higher number than what we were anticipating, higher than last year or current year 2023, 91,000. So we received 1.3 million and change in 2023, and it's gone up to 1.4. Again, that's a formula-based increase, and also the state tried to put some additional monies towards transportation. So we're anticipating they might go up, and they did. So we're thankful for that. That resulted in some of the other numbers going down, and you can see in the public notice that the overall levy increase is at 600,000, or a 2.46, thank you, 2.46 estimated increase. That number could change a little bit. We're still waiting on the TID apportionment. We don't receive those from the other taxing entities until they finalize their budget, so we always are right up against the wire as far as publishing. Historically, we've been able to modify our contingency line item to make up for any last minute changes based on those apportionment numbers. And if you remember from 2 weeks ago, we have that set at $100,000 in the public notice and in this year's budget. Once we get those apportionment numbers in, we'll finalize the levy amount. Again, it's proposed at 2.46 increase, or just over 600,000, and the tax rate, because of our assessment or revaluation and new assessment values that we've talked about maybe at length a bit, they're recommended going down from 8.34 of this year's rate down to $5.95, a significant decrease because our values have gone up significantly. Any questions that you have, I'll attempt to answer them.
Is there? Yep. Is it state standards that keep us from using that difference on the money that came in, like on a capital project or something like that?
So do you just to clarify your question? Sure. Your question is use the difference. Do you mean in the rate? The difference in the rate from 8.34 to 5.95? Or
no, you said the transportation money came in a little bit higher.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely be used in our budget. Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Yep. They're all.
It sounded like okay. Yep. I got it.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the rate. I'm glad I asked for a clarifying question. Yep. Maybe I will share with the mayor and alderman team that having a rate reduction of that extent will have an impact on our tax incremental finance districts. We have 13 active TIDs in place, and the city of West Bend has done a lot of great work utilizing these TIDs, and it has really grown our tax base over the years and expanded industry and some residential and other things that have produced significant value. As the reval occurs and the commercial and residential gets set at a significantly higher number, industrial doesn't change that big. So the increase to industrial will not be at the 50% average that the other two are. So we'll see less available money in our tax incremental finance districts. That means it might take a little longer to pay back some of the loans that we have out there for public infrastructure, and then also some of our developers agreements where there were agreements put in place to incentivize developers. It might take them a little longer to receive their monies as well. Been in contact with our financial team at Ellers to discuss this with them, and this isn't nothing new under the sun. This isn't anything that they have not seen before. As residential and commercial outpaces industrial, there will be a lag in the TIDs for a while, and those financial experts have shared with us that things balance out over time, and not to be alarmed, but stay the course and just recognize that it's going to have an impact.
Thank you for explaining that. I didn't know how to phrase that as a question. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Very good. Any other questions? we don't need to take a motion on a budget update, but Ian, do we need to take a motion to officially set the public hearing?
Yes.
We do. Okay, so Jay, you're proposing the public hearing be on Monday, November 13th, 2023 at 6:30 PM, right here in council chambers, which is the date of a common council meeting, which would follow immediately after.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Model and Alderman Sterning. Any comments, questions? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I almost voted on that, and I'm not supposed to vote, so sorry. Don't put me down. All right, we will move on to our reports tonight. Tourism Commission met on September 10th, 2023. Who's going to take that? Is that
You want to, Matt, or do you want me to? I'll let you take it. Okay. We met Tuesday, Tuesday, October 10th. We heard proposals from Visit Washington County. We declined to accept that proposal. We also received reports on from various entities that receive funding from our Tourism Commission. We heard from MOA, the Bend, Downtown West Bend Association, the Chamber of Commerce, and the City of West Bend Communications Fund. We then reviewed and adopted the 2024 room tax budget, and we determined future meeting dates. Any questions?
Very good. Thank you. Our library board met on October 17th, 2023. Alderman Berquist.
Thank you, sir. It's my turn now. Oh, yeah, cool. The last meeting of the library board was held on the 17th of October. After the call to order and approval of the consent agenda, we were given the financial reports for September. A couple of items discussed were the increasing costs of Hoopla, a digital download service that we subscribe to. It was agreed that despite the rising costs, Hoopla is an invaluable service to our users and an asset to the library. So staff was directed to continue to monitor the costs and to search for any comparable services that are out there. Also discussed was the opening of a new checking account with better benefits than the current account, again, due to increasing costs and fees. The library director provided staff reports for the month. Highlights include statistics from September, in which we had a door count of almost 14,000 people coming through, and total circulation count of about 32,000 checkouts. Wow. Study room usage increased, no doubt in part due to the start of school. Also increased was a number of children drop-ins in the age bracket of 0 to 5. I always wondered about that child age 0, but it's just a bracket. Adult Services has an essential oil program coming up that follows a very popular bread making program. So if you're in need of any relaxation, essential oils are good. The board president shared that fellow board member Jay Wright has published his own book titled Coaching from My Wheelchair. So congratulations go to Jay. Agenda items included approval of the revised 2024 library budget. Noted was the amount dedicated to building maintenance and the approval of a half-time position. Next was review of our checking account and associated fees, which again, I jumped the gun, and we talked about it earlier in the financial reports, but that was one of the discussion items. Third was window blind replacement status. We're in the process of looking at replacing some blinds in the building. And last but not least was a building review that we were tasked to look over from the month previous. We discussed a couple of proposals and determined to begin the project with a facility condition assessment and a space needs evaluation, all coming from funding through the library strategic plans account. During this discussion, Steve mentioned that we are the 10th largest library in the entire state of Wisconsin, 10th largest, which is cool. And we're also 20th in the terms of circulations. So way up there, something that City of West Bend can be proud of. The next meeting is scheduled for the 14th of November.
Great. Thank you, Alderman Berquist. Any questions? If not, are there any announcements for the good of the order of the council, the community? Alderman Allen.
This Friday at 10, from 10 to, well, actually from 9 to 11, the library has free coffee Friday. And special this week, Friday, the odd district alderman, not the odd alderman from districts, but the odd district alderman, District 1, 3, 5, and 7, will be the guests, and they will be able to make statements and take questions from the electorate that chooses to come for free coffee Friday. And note, they are well fed. They get good coffee. I know, I pick it up, and they get cookies. So they're not, you're not going to be like having to throw red meat to them. You can simply direct them to the cookies. And so we'll look forward to that opportunity. The even district alderman will be appearing in November.
Great.
So
Great announcement. Any others?
I don't have to make a Main Street announcement because Main Street is open. Go down and eat.
With a new restaurant opening
And we
soon
even
as
have a
well.
new restaurant opening on December 1st. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. We've got our Christmas tree lighting on November 3rd, Thursday, November 3rd. Lots of events, singers perform.
Second.
Excuse me,
Your
Thursday,
November
November 2nd, with lots of events scheduled, performances and things leading up to the tree lighting. And then, of course, that same weekend, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, back on Main, our businesses downtown, business association, right, Jess? The Downtown Association is promoting that, putting that on, tons of specials at the stores, specials in the restaurants, live music, and lots going on downtown. So just another great opportunity to come support our businesses downtown. Alderman Dolnick.
I had it down as 10 to 11, not 9 to 11.
10 to 11 is the actual talks. The cookies and coffee start at 9.
Oh, okay.
You want them fed before you show up.
I see.
Free coffee at 9.
You don't want them hungry.
So if I get there just before 10, I can't have a coffee or cookie?
No, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
You can have coffee and cookies
All right.
while you're talking.
Because I don't intend to answer any of their questions. I'm just going to have coffee.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
If there are no more announcements, thank you all for being here. There's no more business on our agenda, so I will adjourn by the call of the chair. Have a great night.